Welcome, dear viewers, to a journey through 10 pivotal events that have shaped human history. From the rise and fall of empires to revolutions and inventions, each moment has left a lasting mark on our world. Join me as we uncover the stories and legacies that continue to influence our lives today. Our story begins with the mighty Roman Empire, whose influence stretched across continents. But even Rome could not withstand internal strife and external pressures, leading to its fall in 476 AD. The collapse plunged Europe into the Middle Ages, yet Roman law, language, and culture endured, shaping Western civilization. The fall of Rome reminds us that no empire is eternal, but their legacies can echo through time. In the 15th century, Johannes Gutenberg's invention of the printing press revolutionized the spread of knowledge. Books became accessible to many, fueling the Renaissance and empowering new ideas to cross borders. The printing press challenged old hierarchies and laid the groundwork for modern science and education. It stands as a testament to how technology can ignite revolutions and transform societies. The late 15th century was a time of profound change and curiosity in Europe. Nations were emerging from the shadows of the Middle Ages, and a new spirit of adventure and discovery swept across the continent. Monarchs, merchants, and scholars alike were captivated by tales of distant lands and the promise of untold riches. The desire to find new trade routes, especially to the fabled riches of Asia, drove explorers to challenge the boundaries of the known world. Advances in navigation, such as the compass and improved maps, made it possible to dream of crossing vast, uncharted oceans. This era, known as the Age of Exploration, would reshape the world in ways no one could have imagined. In 1492, Christopher Columbus, an ambitious navigator from Genoa, set sail under the Spanish flag with 3 small ships, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. His goal was to chart a westward course to Asia, hoping to open new avenues for trade and wealth. Instead, after weeks at sea, Columbus and his crew sighted land in what would later be known as the Americas. This momentous event marked the beginning of a new era, as Europe's eyes were opened to continents previously unknown to them. The news of Columbus's discovery spread rapidly, igniting a wave of exploration and colonization by other European powers. Adventurers, settlers, and fortune seekers followed in his wake, establishing colonies and trading posts throughout the New World. This influx of people and ideas transformed the Americas, leading to dramatic shifts in population, culture, and society. The encounter between Europe and the Americas set in motion a complex process of exchange, of goods, technologies, beliefs, and even diseases, that would forever alter the course of history. Yet this age of exploration was not without its darker side. For the indigenous peoples of the Americas, the arrival of Europeans brought profound disruption. Ancient civilizations faced conquest, displacement, and the devastating impact of new diseases. While new opportunities for trade and cultural exchange emerged, so too did tragedy, loss, and upheaval. The legacy of these encounters is complex, marked by both remarkable achievements and deep injustices. Columbus's journey stands as a symbol of human curiosity, ambition, and the far-reaching consequences of exploration. It is a story of discovery and hope, but also of conflict and transformation. The Age of Exploration forever changed the world, connecting distant peoples and places and setting the stage for the modern era. As we reflect on this pivotal chapter in history, we are reminded of the enduring power of exploration to shape our world, for better and for worse. The 18th century marked a turning point in human history, as the Industrial Revolution began to unfold across Britain and soon, the world. Before this era, most people lived in rural communities, working the land by hand or with simple tools. But with the advent of steam power and the invention of complex machinery, everything began to change. The steam engine, perfected by inventors like James Watt, became the driving force behind this transformation, powering factories, locomotives, and ships. Suddenly, tasks that once took days or weeks could be accomplished in hours, and the pace of life began to accelerate dramatically. As factories rose along the skylines, cities swelled with new arrivals seeking work and opportunity. The countryside emptied as people flocked to urban centers, drawn by the promise of steady wages and a better life. Streets buzzed with activity, and the air filled with the sounds of industry, hammers striking metal, engines churning, and whistles blowing. The rapid growth of cities brought new challenges. from overcrowded housing to the spread of disease, but it also fostered innovation and a sense of possibility. Life changed at a pace never seen before, and the world seemed to shrink as transportation and communication improved. Yet the Industrial Revolution was not without its costs. While it opened doors to new opportunities and lifted many out of poverty, it also introduced harsh working conditions, especially for children and the poor. Long hours, dangerous machinery, and little regard for safety were common in the factories. Pollution from coal and chemicals darkened the skies and poisoned rivers, leaving a lasting mark on the environment. The gap between rich industrialists and struggling workers grew, sparking debates about fairness and justice that continue to this day. Despite these challenges, the Industrial Revolution laid the foundation for the modern world. It spurred advances in science, technology, and medicine, and set the stage for future innovations that would further transform society. The era stands as a testament to both the promise and peril of progress, reminding us that every leap forward brings new responsibilities and unforeseen consequences. The legacy of the Industrial Revolution is all around us, from the cities we live in to the technology we use every day. It reminds us that technological leaps can reshape every aspect of life and challenges us to ensure that progress benefits everyone, not just a few. As we look to the future, the lessons of this era continue to guide us, urging us to balance innovation with care for people and the planet. In 1775, the American colonies rose against British rule, inspired by ideals of liberty and self-governance. The Declaration of Independence proclaimed rights that would inspire movements worldwide. The American victory birthed a new nation and a beacon of democracy. Its legacy endures, reminding us of the universal quest for freedom. In the summer of 1789, the city of Paris was alive with tension and hope. The French people, long burdened by inequality, poverty, and the heavy hand of monarchy, were inspired by powerful new ideas: liberty, equality, and fraternity. On July 14th, a crowd of citizens stormed the Bastille, a medieval fortress and prison that had come to symbolize royal tyranny. This dramatic act was not just a rebellion against a building, but a bold declaration that the people would no longer accept oppression. The storming of the Bastille ignited a revolution that would forever change the course of French history. The monarchy, which had ruled France for centuries, soon crumbled under the pressure of the people's demands. King Louis XVI and Queen Marie Antoinette were stripped of their power, and the old order was swept away. In its place, the National Assembly introduced the Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen, a groundbreaking document that proclaimed the equality of all men, the sovereignty of the people, and the protection of individual rights. These new ideals of citizenship and human rights inspired hope not only in France but around the world. The revolution, however, was not without turmoil. France was plunged into years of political chaos, street battles, and public executions. The guillotine became a symbol of both justice and terror, as revolutionaries sought to defend their new republic from enemies within and abroad. Yet, despite the violence and uncertainty, the revolution's ideals spread far beyond France's borders. People across Europe watched as the old world was challenged, and many were inspired to demand change in their own countries. Today, the French Revolution stands as a powerful reminder that entrenched power can be challenged by the will of the people. Its legacy lives on in the values of democracy, human rights, and the belief that ordinary citizens can shape the destiny of their nation. The events of 1789 continue to inspire movements for freedom and justice around the world, proving that the spirit of revolution endures wherever people dare to dream of a better future. In 1914, a regional crisis erupted into World War I, engulfing nations in unprecedented conflict. Trench warfare and new weapons brought devastation, leaving millions dead and societies scarred. The war's end brought disillusionment and set the stage for future turmoil. World War I warns us of the costs of unchecked nationalism and failed diplomacy. Just 2 decades later, World War II erupted, testing humanity's endurance and values. The Holocaust and atomic bombings revealed the depths and dangers of human conflict. The war's end saw the rise of superpowers and a renewed commitment to peace and cooperation. Its lessons remain urgent: peace is fragile, and intolerance can have catastrophic consequences. World War II calls us to vigilance and the pursuit of justice. For decades, the Berlin Wall symbolized the Cold War's division. In 1989, peaceful protests led to its fall, reuniting families and signaling the end of an era. The collapse of the wall marked a victory for democracy and the power of hope. It reminds us that even the strongest barriers can be overcome by the human spirit. The late 20th century brought the digital revolution, transforming life with computers and the internet. Information became accessible worldwide, reshaping communication, commerce, and education. While new challenges emerged, privacy, security, misinformation, the benefits have been profound. The digital revolution is still unfolding, driven by our curiosity and ingenuity. It shows how technology can unite and empower humanity. Our journey through history reveals how each event has shaped the world we know today. The choices of the past continue to influence our present and future. What event do you think had the greatest impact? Share your thoughts below and subscribe for more explorations of history. Until next time, keep questioning and learning from the extraordinary story of humankind.